A very hearty good day to one and all, and welcome here to TARS 777 presents Stars Cricket Club League T10 Cricket. Castle Animal. It is match 5, and it's a match between the Bellville Blasters. They are sponsored by D247, and they're going to be up against Kraaifontein Knights. They are sponsored by World 777. And what an intriguing game we have for you. Lots to cover. But first, let's go and have a look at this pitch and the toss result and see the outcomes of those. It's day 3 of TARS 777 presents TARS Cricket Club League T10 Cricket Castle Animal, and we're going to be busy with match 5 here. It is a glorious day. The sun has decided to come out. The clouds have gone, and I think we're all ready for some good action here today. And the match we're going to be having here today, it is the Bellville Blasters. They are sponsored by D247. They're going to be up against Kraaifontein Knights, sponsored by World 777. The Blasters, they have a victory in the first game. The Knights yet to get off the mark as well. But before we get to that all-important toss, let's look at this pitch. And we're using this pitch again on day 3. It is getting better as this tournament is going on here. So the grass covering still looks very good. The bounce has been very consistent, I feel. There has been something for the spinners, because they say if the ball can seam, the ball can certainly turn. But the interesting thing that I've found so far is the seamers that have really hit this pitch. The ball has come through very nicely as well. So that, I think, is what teams, especially with good seamers, they need to do that a little bit more. The spinners, they've got a harder job as well. But I think with the boundaries that as big as we have here, they could come into play. Another interesting thing for you to think about, the average score here is 83 at the minute after the first couple of days. So are we looking at teams getting about 85 to 90 instead of pushing on? We've got some interesting facts for you as well, but we're going to share that to you during the game. Now the toss. Only one team have decided to bat first so far. So there's a 25% in that regard. And teams that have always won the toss, they've elected to bowl. Will that still say the same? Let's go over to that toss and find that out now. Right, and here we are at that toss here for the game between Bellville Blasters. They are sponsored by D247 and Kraaifontein Knights, sponsored by World 777. It is Cody Nivot. He is the captain here of Bellville, and it is Ismail September. We're still in September. He's going to be the captain there of the Kraaifontein Knights. Can I ask the umpire, please, to hand the coin over to Cody Nivot? He's going to toss, and Ismail, if you can call, please. Tails is the call. And Tails it is, the man. He's just come back. I told you it's September. Over to me, please, Ismail. What do you decide to do?
We'll have a ball first.
Yeah, you're just sticking to what most of the teams have done as well. Your first outing here, but I think the last time you really enjoyed this tournament as well.
Yeah, I really did. Really enjoyed bowling here first at Bellville. Something wicked up front, and having an experienced guy like Nathan Strikes on board, taking a new ball with him, I think we'll get off to a good start.
You guys didn't get over the line in the last game as well there, but I'm sure there's still a lot of time for you as well to get in. It's a beautiful day and a perfect day for you guys to show what you guys can do.
No, 100%. Beautiful day. A few changes in our team, so I think we'll carry on and get kicking from this game.
Besides you being the new change, any other new changes that might have an impact in today's game?
We've got young Rongan Carstens, hard-hitting Rongan Carstens up the order, and he's coming off some good form in a recent tournament we played, so hopefully carries on that form.
Go well today, Ismail.
Thank you, Gene.
Cody, batting first now. You guys had a really good win the last time. What would you have done at the toss, actually?
I would have liked to bat, to be honest.
Yeah.
Put them under pressure early and hopefully back our bowlers.
Just shows a little bit of confidence that you guys have built up, probably from the last tournament you played in, and then that very good win in the first outing against potentially the favourites of this tournament, Durban.
Definitely. We're trying to adjust, use all our resources to our advantage. It probably will be tacky this morning, but you got to bat first sometimes and just grind through it.
Listen, just a little bit on your fielding again. We're going to keep an eye on it, James and myself. We just admire the way you guys were throwing yourselves about, and I think that contributed to your win the other night.
Definitely. I think, like I said, Durbanville were a bit reckless with the running. However, if they miss, we hit, and we'll take it every time.
Go well today.
Thank you.
That is the news here at the toss of the Stars 777 presents Stars Cricket Club League T10 Cricket Castle Animal. It is the team from Kraaifontein Knights. They have won the toss and they have elected to have a bowl first. And that was the toss that happened earlier, and that is the team from Kraaifontein, the Kraaifontein Knights. They won the toss and elected to have a bowl. That was no surprise to me, let me tell you. My name is Eugene Merlin, and with me here is the Cape Fox, James King. And James, we're in for another thrilling game. 3 of the 4 games we've seen so far has gone to the final over. I think we're in for another one of those as we look at that log.
Yeah, looking at that log and just understanding what happened in the first round of games, it really has been all-action T10 cricket. And those games, as you said, the one particularly yesterday that we went to the final ball was really outstanding, with the man bowling the last over, taking 4 wickets in 4 balls. Can you believe it?
4 wickets in 1 over, where the team that was batting needed 6 for victory. Yeah. I mean, that game had anything. But there's quite a number of things to talk about. Let's focus first on the boundary counts, because I'm going to come back to you. There has been 35 fours so far, 25 sixes. Yeah, even though that number looks a lot, that covers 8 games. If you look at that there, the sort of average boundaries there has not been big in this tournament.
No, it's been difficult to get boundaries, and particularly fours have been very difficult. The outfield has been quite slow, spongy. So anything you hit over the top doesn't naturally sort of rush onto the boundary. It stops in the outfield. Sixes as well, perhaps not as many as we might have expected to see. And that perhaps testament to the pitch that's been a little bit more difficult perhaps than the batters would have expected it to be.
Yeah, and then the other talking point for me, let's look at the average scores and how we normally try and break it down. The power play's got an average of just above 24. That is just going above 8. The average score for the total is 83, which means there's no real acceleration throughout that innings.
Yeah, I think what we've seen is that once the power play is over and the teams are able to then get their fielders outside the ring, that there is a slowing down of the scoring rate, particularly between overs 4 and 7, as we've been looking at it, that they're then averaging less than 8 runs on over in that period, and maybe a slight acceleration towards the end when you sort of into desperation stakes that you're wanting to really push on and get the score. So it's been very interesting, and interesting to see if any of the teams that we're going to see in this next round of matches are going to be able to break that trend.
A couple of other things just for you to think about, and for our listeners as well. The average score at the halfway stage is 40. That just sort of shows us again about that acceleration not really being there. The other thing I said here is we looked at the 4s and 6s. That's a total of 60 in total. Over 8 innings, that just shows us there's just under 8 boundaries where there's 4s or 6s per innings.
And that just goes to show how important it is that you run your first run very hard and you make sure that you're getting the 2s on this field. The teams that have been getting the 2s, and I think one of the first matches which was really evident of that was the Bellville Blasters against the Durbanville Dynamos, where the Blasters were able to turn 1s into 2s, and that really helped them on their way to winning that match.
Yeah, those were great. Sort of gives you a feel for what's to come in this tournament. Will we see that acceleration? Maybe we'll see it over the next round. So the first round of games, they're done and dusted. We're now into teams playing the second round of games, and I tell you, I'm really looking to see And we're going to see how that sort of figures. Are those figures going to go up? Are they going to come down? But here we have the Bellville team. They are going to have, the Kraaifontein team. They're going to open with Nathan Swatch, and he's got a slip in place. Maybe he's got his backup from the first game that he played the last time.
Yeah, most certainly the opportunity, perhaps on this wicket, to get early movement. Could be a little bit of swing, and we certainly saw a bit of seam movement yesterday. If you really pitch, you work hard on this pitch, you're going to get some movement.
Oh, that's another real juicy, long delivery there. I mean, really full. Everybody getting into their work very sedately here.
Yeah, Andrew Sedane, probably after his first innings, only getting that 4 runs that he scored in his first match, be looking to set his stall out here early.
There's the back of a length. Everybody just want to have that first ball out the way, and that's a real effort ball there from Nathan Swartz.
Hey, he was through the shot very early, Andrew Sedane, perhaps expecting it to be a little bit quicker than it was, potentially off the pitch, and trying to play it into that leg side. There is some protection there with the man at deep square leg, and the man is down, the other man on the boundary here at a wideish third as they make a change after that shot. The slip going into mid-wicket, just on the edge of the ring.
That's played down, and I think now he's really hitting his strap. Nathan Swartz, another real effort ball. We said if a seamer hits the deck nice and hard, you're going to get something out of it. We've seen it over the last 2 days, and are probably going to see it here again as well.
Yeah, 100% right, Eugene. It's been the bowlers that have got that back of a length bowling with the line just sort of on or about that off stump that have been the ones that have been the most dangerous. And you put the effort in, you are going to get the reward on this pitch.
Solomon's on strike. He's shorter man of stature here. And that ball sort of surprised the wicketkeeper there. Must have to say that. Ball getting through nicely.
Yeah,
keeper there. Keeper there is Tristan Coetzee.
Yeah, I think that certainly not able to take that. It sort of hit him in the chest in the end.
I was just sort of thinking he's just going to chest it up and sort of volley it home.
Good over so far from Nathan Swartz, just the 1 run.
You had to say it, James. You had to say it. I think Mr. Coetzee hasn't woken up yet behind the stumps. He's dropped that one as well. He says the ball is nipped, but you've got big mitts on, mate. You got to take those.
Yeah, second one in succession that he's grasped on that occasion.
Well, there's 1 ball left. All-important ball, number 6. The field now, as you can see, it goes right onto the ring. Oh, here's a run-out chance. Oh, I tell you what, that was close in Kraaifontein Knights. The Knights, they seem to be up for it here.
Well, they definitely seem to have found the answer in that first over, Eugene. Just the 1 run conceded by Nathan Swartz. And that is not what you want to see if you're the batting team. 1 run only off the first over in the power play. And the trick, or the key there for him, was to maintain that short of a length line on or about that off stump. And it really, the length, sorry, short of a length, just on or about that off stump line, which is really very impressive.
5 dots already there, 5 dots. And between Mr. King and myself, we certainly have a very, very key look at that. And it is the captain himself, Ismail September. We are still in the month of September. He's decided to come and have a bowl here. He's going to be bowling here from the golf ticket end. And he's going to bowl to a man at deep square. Looks like he's in front of square, and a man at a long on.
That's the hard-hitting Andrew Sedane that is on strike. And he's going to be wanting to hit this bowler into October, I think.
Well, we're nearing October. But now we see the offside field there. There's that field. We call it the Maton field on the offside with five men on the offside in the ring. Just the 2 in the ring on the onside, which is mid-wicket and fine leg.
This could be targeting the stumps of Andrew Sedain.
Can somebody take a cup of coffee out there to Tristan Coetzee, please? Because I don't think he's woken up yet, the man with the gloves at the back there.
He's having a torrid time at the moment. Nothing is sticking in those gloves. Did he forget to put the glue in there?
I'm not sure what ball he's referring to swinging out there. His ball's gun barrel straight.
Just the bounce there, not as high as he perhaps expected.
Oh, my word, that's huge! This man packs a punch. Andrew Sedain.
Well, there we go, the 26th six of this competition. It just sat up nicely for him, didn't he? A little bit of tennis ball bounce, and he dispatched it.
Man, a man of this pace, you can't bowl it there. I'm sorry, freeze his arms up. That was flat, hard, smashed, nearly hit the TV screens there.
Yeah, so the first boundary, the first maximum, and that will be Andrew Sedain will be looking for a few more of those. He's now just checking out the field. It hasn't changed. Still the two men deep on the leg side.
Picked up again, back-to-back huges.
Whoa. That one, the man would have to have been 3 stories tall to have caught that one well over the boundary rope, and the advertising hoardings taking him apart here.
This man packs a punch, let me tell you. Boom! On you go. It was flat and hard.
And that one was not as short as the previous one, but he just was hanging back, waiting for it, wasn't he?
Oh, we've got 2 sixes already. Are we going to have a third one here? The projected score has gone up from 9 to 87 in 2 blows.
Yeah, that first over 1 run has been forgotten.
We're going to have 3. We are going to have 3, are we? It's gone for 4. It's gone for 4. 1 bounce.
Just to the man there coming around from long on. Not able to get anywhere near that. If we look at that again, he just picks it up. It's on the pads.
Yeah, ball just bounces and sticks and gives the fielder a chance, but unfortunately he couldn't stop it. Right. The Sedain train is up and running here. That's where you got to be. That is where you got to be. That's 1 run.
Yeah, it really has been a fantastic over for Andrew Sedain. 18 now off 8.
You got medal
cans? Keen Solomon's on strike. The last ball of Ishmael September's over. It's been an over gone already for 17 runs. That's exactly what the Blasters would have been looking for.
How can they finish it? Oh, Solomon's now, but he has a run-out chance. Yeah, he's a run-out chance. They're mixed up. And it is the danger man, the man that has just bludgeoned 2 sixes and a 4. He's got to go. Oh, what a mix-up that is.
Played out to that man in the cover region, and he knocked it on. Sedain was halfway or more down the wicket. If we look at that shot from Keen Solomon's, it is Sedain's call backward of square, and he just gets stranded in the middle of the wicket. And you just sense there, wouldn't it have perhaps been better for Solomons to have sacrificed himself?
Oh, 100%. And that's a danger, man. He was looking ominous, I tell you. But joining us now, James King, is Kaasif as well. Kaasif, he's going to be describing the action to you in Hindi as well. And good to have you here, Kaasif. And what a start. We've had an over of one run. Then we have an over of 17. It's all happening here.
Good morning. Thanks, Eugene. Thanks, James. जैसे आपने बोला बहुत ही खूबसूरत और शानदार पहला ओवर गया नाइट्स की तरफ से.
Yeah, and much warmer than what it has been over the last couple of days. I'm sure you'll be loving it. I mean, you look in the pot, you should be in some movie or something, Kaasif.
Absolutely, yeah. कल का मैच आप देखें, कल का वेदर आप देखें कंपेयर टू आज जो है वेदर बहुत खूबसूरत और धूप भी निकली हुई है बाहर और विंड भी इतना नहीं है. पिच भी ड्राई आउट हुआ है, थोड़ा सा बाउंस होगा.
Yeah, and the new bowler is going to be for the Kraaifontein. It's going to be that man, Lance Kamali. He's going to be bowling here from the Tars. 7-7-7 in, and he's also a bowler with no real pace, James. He just sort of goes around and try and hits the length. As you can see this field, we have third man in the ring. They might as well bring fine leg up, I'm sure, but the two men out, it's fine leg and a man on the sweeper boundary. I'm not sure about this. Liam Verveeren, he's the new man.
Yeah, let's see how he's going to deal with Kamali.
Or maybe he's going to be bowling at that length because that went straight down to fine leg. What do we know, James?
Yeah, interesting that was, once again, a bit short of a length into the pads and just guided down to the man at fine leg for the single.
Solomon's now on strike. It's a full ball as well. I think he was looking for something more than that.
या जैसा कि यूजिन बहुत ही अच्छा स्टार्ट है नाइट्स की तरफ से अगर बैटिंग की तरफ देखें तो अभी जो रन आउट हुआ है रन आउट बैट्समैन बहुत ही नाराज लग रहे थे अच्छा स्टार्ट उनकी तरफ से
Another full toss. The umpire, sponsored by Golf Ticket, the wrench that he just says, nah, indicates with the hand. That's missing leg stump. Maybe one of her easier decisions. We call her MCC law book.
Yeah, indeed. She is certainly one of the strictest umpires on the circuit.
Again down the leg side, and maybe that is why that fine leg is in place. Oh, again, a little bit of a mix-up. I'm not sure about the communication out there, James.
No, communication really doesn't look that good, and that led to the first run out of Andrew Sedane. And that one again there looked like they should actually have got two there quite easily. The man running around to his left from fine leg to a long leg position and didn't put in the hard yards in that first one. So I'll be wanting to rectify that, I'm sure.
Smashed to the other man on the boundary, and looks like he's bowling to his field here for sure.
As that throw comes in and just completely destroys the leg stump.
Please get an extra stump. Stump is broken.
Just getting that sorted out. A little bit of a break in play as we still got one ball left in the over. Is that the end of the over from Kamali?
I think we still got one more ball to come, and we need a stump to go out there.
I think the stump is broken there. So let's see. Just looking at the score now, 22 for 1, and we've got one ball left in the power play. So not looking as if they're going to be getting anywhere near the average score here, the Bellville Blasters, to begin with.
हाँ देखें हम रन आउट पे बात करते हैं थोड़ा सा जैसे कि उससे पहले ओवर में भी थोड़ा सा मिसकम्युनिकेशन हुआ था कीन की तरफ से ऐसा लग रहे थे कीन नहीं है फील्ड पे और कम्युनिकेशन नहीं कर पा रहे अच्छे से और बहुत ही बड़ा झटका नाइट्स को अच्छी बैटिंग कर रहे थे.
There's some of the crowds that's come in here. It's a beautiful day, enjoying hopefully some cricket here as well. If you're just waiting a stump to be rushed out, it's one of the things that hopefully we can get sorted out. But there are the leading wicket takers there, and Kai Curran. I mean, that 4 wickets all came in 1 over, folks. Just literally 1 over. Here's the Klutis on 3. This is still just after 1 innings, this has to be said, though. So still very, very early days. And I tell you what, I think that's going to change a lot through this 17-day tournament here.
We're certainly expecting it to do that as we look at the top run scorers. And Cody Nivote from the Bellville Blasters team in at bat here at the moment, the highest score so far in that winning chase against the Durbanville Dynamos the other day on the first day of the tournament. Shami van Wyk, who we're going to be seeing later on in the day today, 39 runs for him as well, and we're expecting some good stuff from him. So some of these players here, we see Joshua Chippendale as well in the top 5. Kuda Samandera, the captain of Milnerton Masters, and Gianluca Longo, the big man, can certainly hit the long ball. So you do think some of these players will be right up there.
Look at those strike rates there. I mean, the man at number 2 there, Sammy van Wyk, going over 200. The man second from bottom, Andre Sedain, unfortunately, he just run out there. He was going above 220 as well. So, yeah, what we're going to have for you now, folks, after this ball is we're going to have you with Kaasif, and he is going to entertain you royally for the next couple of overs here and lead us to that strategic golf ticket timeout. That's going to be happening at over number 5. The stump seems to be back. It is that man, Shotgun Harrison. He wasn't shotgun there. I think he was a little bit more like slow poison.
Well, it was a bit of a slow poison getting that stump repaired or putting another stump out there.
We do have slow poison with us. He's the third umpire today.
It hasn't had any work to do as yet. It certainly adds to the excitement of the occasion to have our own DRS decision review system.
That is it. It's basically cloth there to mud on, and that's going to conclude the power play. And James, 22 for 1. It's almost like we spoke just at the top of the show there. The average being 24.5, and it's about there and thereabouts again.
Yeah, and that's really only because of the 1 over. I mean, 1 over going for 17. You had the first over going for 1, and this final over now from Kamali only going for, I think it was for the 4 runs. So it hasn't been the sort of start that Bellville would have wanted. You sense that this period of play now in the overs 4 to 7 is going to be very important, and the rotation of the strike and the running between the wickets, we're going to need to see how that will work out as we go over to Kashif, who's going to take you through these next 2 overs.
Thanks, James. जैसा कि आप बोल रहे थे कि पावर प्ले के एंड में 22 पे 1 विकेट. इस्माइल वापस आए हैं बॉल करने के लिए. इनके कैप्टन हैं नाइट्स के कैप्टन इस्माइल. जैसे कि मैं बोल रहा था कि आज विकेट थोड़ा सा ड्राई लग रहा है और आउटफील्ड भी थोड़ा सा ठीक लग रहा है कंपेयर टू कल से. और कल थोड़ा विंड भी था, थोड़ा डिफिकल्ट हो रहा था बॉलर्स को. Nicely driven straight to the fielder for 1 run. 1 रन के लिए कामयाब हुए. प्रोजेक्टर्स और रन रेट की तरफ देखें तो इतना अभी खास कुछ किया नहीं है. सिर्फ दूसरे ओवर में थोड़ी सी बाउंड्री आई थी. देखें T10 बहुत ही खूबसूरती. सिंगल डबल से काम नहीं चलेगा यहाँ पे. T10 क्रिकेट है इंटरटेनमेंट के लिए, तो नाज़रीन को इंटरटेनमेंट थोड़ी सी चाहिए होगी. थोड़ा सा बूम बूम स्टाइल में थोड़ा सा बाउंड्रीज होगा. ब्यूटीफुल बॉल इस्माइल की तरफ से. थोड़ा सा लो था. एक तरफ से थोड़ा सा बाउंसी विकेट है और इस्माइल थोड़ा सा स्ट्रेच टू द फील्डर. अच्छा ट्राई था फील्डर की तरफ से, लेकिन थोड़ा सा शॉर्ट हो गया. आई थिंक 1 रन आएगा. आई थिंक कीन तो थोड़ा सा टाइम ले रहे हैं. हालांकि पावर प्ले में भी इन्होंने कोशिश कर रहे थे हिट के लिए. अपने पार्टनर को भी आउट करवाया. तो अभी देखें वेरी वेल बॉल्ड. यॉर्क किया इनको. बहुत ही अच्छे से आई थिंक यही लेंथ होगी इनको करनी होगी इस्माइल को, और यहाँ से और कोई रूम नहीं दे रहे थे इस ओवर में। बहुत ही शानदार ओवर और कोई बाउंड्री नहीं इस ओवर में आई, सिर्फ 5 रन आए हैं इस ओवर में। और ये देखें कि एंड्रू सर्डन बहुत ही शानदार बारी खेल रहे थे, कीन ने उनको रन आउट करवाया, थोड़ा सा मिसकम्युनिकेशन हो गया था उसमें नेथन स्वार्ट्स की तरफ से। 5 डॉट बॉल पहले ओवर में और सिर्फ 1 रन पे उन्होंने, इस्माइल ने अपना स्पेल पूरा किया 2 ओवर का। जैसा कि पावर प्ले भी खत्म हो चुका है, तो अभी फील्डर्स आप कहीं पे भी मूव कर सकते हैं। आपके 4 फील्डर अंदर होंगे। लेग साइड पे तीन फील्डर्स हैं। और ग्रेट शॉट पॉइंट की तरफ से जानब से 4 रन मिलेंगे। बहुत ही खूबसूरत शॉट बैट्समैन की तरफ से, बैट्समैन वॉरेन। देखिए आपको शॉट्स क्रिएट करने पड़ेंगे, आपको गैप्स ढूंढने पड़ेंगे बाउंड्रीज के लिए। सिंगल डबल से काम नहीं होगा और स्ट्राइक रोटेट करना चाहिए। बहुत ही खूबसूरत शॉट स्ट्रेट और अच्छी बॉलिंग कर रहे हैं लांस कमाली। अपने दूसरा ओवर करने के लिए आए हैं। आई थिंक कैप्टन को इन पे यकीन था कि ये दूसरा ओवर भी कर सकते हैं। वंस अगेन एक दफा फिर कीन ने बहुत ही शानदार कवर की जानब से शॉट मारा और 4 रन लेने में कामयाब हुए कीन। कदमों का इस्तेमाल थोड़ा सा और बहुत ही खूबसूरत कवर की जानब चौका। आई थिंक इस बॉल पे थोड़ा सा इनको डिफिकल्ट हो रहा है कीन सोलोमन्स। बैकअप लेंथ बॉल अगर आप इनको करें तो लाइन पिक नहीं कर रहे हैं इतना इजी। एक दफा फिर बहुत ही शानदार कट शॉट और इनको पता था कि कहां इन्होंने खेलना है, कहां बॉलिंग करेंगे और बहुत शानदार थर्ड मैन की जानब 4 रन कीन सोलोमन्स। लगता है अभी इनको समझ लग गई है एग्जैक्टली कहां पे खेलना है, कहां पे इनका स्ट्रॉन्ग एरिया है, कहां पे ये शॉट मार सकते हैं। 3 बाउंड्री ऑलरेडी इस ओवर में। एक दफा फिर ट्राई किया लेकिन बहुत ही खूबसूरत बॉल किया उन्होंने नेथन की जानिब से। और ये होगा गोल्फ टिकट स्ट्रेटेजिक टाइम आउट।
जी हाँ दोस्तों, 5वें ओवर की समाप्ति के बाद अब समय हो चुका है गल्फ टिकट स्ट्रेटेजिक टाइम आउट का। जैसा कि हम देख सकते हैं, गल्फ टिकट द्वारा स्पॉन्सर्ड हमारी ड्रिंक्स कार्ट अब मैदान में आ रही है और दोनों टीमों के खिलाड़ियों को रिफ्रेशमेंट्स देगी। अपने दर्शकों को ये मैं याद दिला देना चाहता हूं कि गल्फ टिकट है यूएई का सबसे ज्यादा भरोसेमंद ऑनलाइन लॉटरी ड्रॉ। ये है फुली रेगुलेटेड, रजिस्टर्ड एंड ऑथराइज्ड लॉटरी ड्रॉ फ्रॉम यूएई। आप अभी gulfticket.com पे जाके अपनी किस्मत का खेल खेल सकते हैं। जी हाँ दोस्तों, golfticket.com पे जाएं, वहां पे लॉग इन करें, अपना अकाउंट खोलें और खेलिए अपनी किस्मत का खेल। अपने सपनों को उड़ान भरिए और मौका दीजिए अपनी जिंदगी को बदलने का golfticket.com के साथ। गल्फ टिकट की टैगलाइन है शेयरिंग मिलियंस माइल्स, और ऐसे ही करोड़ों लोगों के चेहरों पे मुस्कुराहट लाने के बाद गल्फ टिकट आपकी जिंदगी में भी खुशियां भर सकता है। आपको केवल ये करना है कि golfticket.com पे जाएं, वहां पे अपना अकाउंट खोलें और हिस्सा लें गल्फ टिकट के वीकली ऑनलाइन लॉटरी ड्रॉज में। बिल्कुल दोस्तों, गल्फ टिकट सिर्फ एक प्लेटफॉर्म नहीं है, ये है एक सिम्फनी ऑफ होप, एक कैनवस ऑफ पॉसिबिलिटीज, एक टेस्टमेंट है पावर ऑफ ड्रीम्स के लिए। अब समय बर्बाद ना करें, तुरंत जाइए golfticket.com पे और खेलिए अपनी किस्मत का खेल, क्योंकि गल्फ टिकट ही है यूएई का सबसे ज्यादा भरोसेमंद ऑनलाइन लॉटरी ड्रॉ।
And there we have the next match coming up. It is the Bellville Dynamo, sponsored by TCCL. They're up against Victoria Vipers, sponsored by ID 247, and James King and myself, Jim Mono. We're going to be joining Kashif over the next couple of overs, and it's quite interesting there. James, we spoke at the top of the show, average score at the halfway stage. They are spot on that what we've seen so far.
Yeah, 41 for one and 40.5 being the average in the 4 games so far. So it really is very interesting that how the games have all developed into a similar sort of pattern. And they're going to be wanting to try and break the mold as it's a change of bowler. Keenan Norkia going to be coming in from the golf ticket end.
Starts with a lovely, juicy, full toss. That's hit out here to long off. They're going to come for 2. Solomon's running to the danger end. There could be more on there, but the awareness not quite there. And this is an aspect, I mean, Kashif as well can come in here, that we spoke about the run in between the wickets. If you can't hit the boundaries, you've got to try and run hard, and you've got to try and run well.
Exactly, Eugene. अगर आपको बाउंड्री नहीं आ रही है तो आपको स्ट्राइक रोटेट करना चाहिए, देखना चाहिए आपका गैप कहाँ पे है। बहुत ही शानदार बॉलिंग कीनन नोकिया की तरफ से।
Looking for the big shot again there.
Yeah, he's just played one down the ground beautifully to get the 2. And, I mean, given similar sort of delivery, try and perhaps get 2 2s off the first 2 deliveries. Yeah, you heard your despairing cry there, Eugene, as the fielder. Probably just hold on to that. You don't need to be throwing that and going crazy to try and knock the wickets over. That has caused some extra overthrows in the past.
Eugene,
smash to the offside. I mean, the guy is having a cup of tea already. He's made his ground, and you're throwing the ball like that. I mean, the only thing that can happen there is overthrows, especially when Tristan Coetzee hasn't quite woken up yet behind the stumps.
यूजीन, अगर कल के मैच में देखें तो काफी एक्स्ट्रास थे और आज वो इतना एक्स्ट्रा दिखने को हमको नहीं मिले हैं। बहुत ही अच्छी बॉलिंग है, टाइट बॉलिंग कर रहे हैं।
Yeah, that's what they're trying to do. They're just trying to negate the boundaries again, and we've got 1 ball to go. What is that? 2, 3, 4, 5 runs. Not all off the bat there with the ball to come.
Oh, he got him. He got him. He went down the wicket. He's trying to play forcefully. Just plays all around that one, and it takes out the middle stump. And that is the 2nd wicket down now for the Bellville Blasters. And Keenan Norkia gets the reward for tying the batters down in the over. Got an inside edge, I think, there. Just a little inside edge onto the wickets.
जैसा कि जेम्स आपने बोला, कीन काफी देर से ट्राई कर रहे थे कोई बड़ा शॉट खेलने के लिए, लेकिन इतना कुछ कर नहीं सके, बड़ी शॉट नहीं मार सकते। बॉल थोड़ा सा लो था और ट्राई कर रहे थे कि बॉल हवा में खेले।
It's a captain, courageous Cody Nivot. He's now marching, striding to the middle. And James, just looking at that last wicket again, Solomon's came down and just looked like he was rushed. And I like the way you're coming down with your feet as well, but it just looked rushed. And then he wasn't in a position to play. And it looked like it was more unstable a little bit. That's a lie. Trop played around that a little bit. But great stuff there by the Knights.
Yeah, they've really started to peg the Blasters back. It was a very good previous over, but this, the last over, only going for those 5 runs, and that's just not a pass score for the Bellville Blasters to get. And is Cody Nivot now in the middle. He is the highest run scorer in the tournament so far with that 41, but he's only got 4 overs to make a difference here.
Yeah, and have they missed a trick here? The Blasters, have they held the captain back a little bit too much here? This is going to be a bowler. It's going to be a new bowler into the attack here for them, and it is the man that has a lot of scribbling on his name. I tell you, on the sheet that we've been given, I've got no idea. It's Chad van der Heever. I've just been shouted out there by the scorers, Lenny Ettlinger.
It was a much slower delivery and just bunted away into the leg side. So it gives the chance now for the captain, Cody Nivot, to take strike. He has got quite some responsibility on his shoulders now. 47 for 2, and we're in the 7th over.
He's got some way to go here. The other day, he was hitting the ball as sweet as a nut. He was powering his way to all parts here. He has to do that again from ball 1 to give this innings some bit of impetus.
वंस अगेन एक दफ़ा फिर चैड ने बहुत ही अच्छे से बॉलिंग किया. यॉर्कर यही लेंथ करनी चाहिए. देखें कोई रूम नहीं मिलना चाहिए बैट्समैन को, और बहुत ही अच्छे से समझदारी से ये बॉलिंग कर रहे हैं चैड. यंगस्टर हैं नाइट्स के बॉलर. एक दफ़ा फिर यॉर्क लेंथ पे बॉल किया, थोड़ा सा लेग साइड पे था.
Just taking the pace off. I'm taking the pace off. You see if you can put some pace on. I think that's the way he's going to try to operate here. Van der Heever, he's got 3 balls to go. Scores 48 for 2.
And just the 2 off the over so far. Have they had enough of a sighter of him? Let's see what. Ooh.
अभी तक यूजिन कीपर अभी तक लग रहा है सो रहे हैं पीछे. लगता है इनको सुबह कुछ खाने को नहीं दिया.
I don't know what else to say, but Tristan Coetzee, what's happening, lad?
Leon van Veeren just hasn't quite been able to get the pace that Chad van der Heever is bowling. He's just bowling really slow. Sort of, I don't know what you would even call these. They dibbly-dobblers almost.
You've got to set yourself. You've got to be ahead of the game. If it is quicker, you can adjust. Set yourself with a slower ball, and if it does come a little bit quicker, you still can react. He's not doing that.
वाइड का इशारा. देखें बॉल पे कोई पेस नहीं है, तो बैट्समैन को एडजस्ट करना चाहिए कि कहाँ पे वो खेल सकते हैं, कैसी वो बॉल कर सकते हैं. पहले दूसरे बॉल से पता चल जाना चाहिए कि कैसी बॉलर बॉल करते हैं चैड.
Yeah, just absolutely no pace at all on these deliveries from Chad van der Heever, and they haven't been able to adapt to that.
देखें अगेन कोई पेस नहीं था बॉल के ऊपर.
And that is the end of a really good over for the Kraaifontein Knights and Chad van der Heever. Just, not able to get them away at all as we look at that scorecard. And it's not looking that good for the Bellville Blasters. But this competition sponsored by Billy 777, Cricketer Trust of India, D247, ID 247, JSK1, Winfair 247, World 777, and Golden 444. Just a reminder, this is Taj 777 presents the Taj Cricket Club League T10 Cricket Ka Asli Animal.
Oh, well said there. Well set there, the Kate Fox. Beautifully set, but this game now, 49 for 2 into the last 3 overs. Now then, where are we going? They're going to continue with Nokia. He's going to be bowling to the captain, Cody Nivot. I'm not sure if Cody's going to be bunting this ball down for 1. I'll tell you, he's got his eyes set on boundaries here. The field spread far as the eye can see here.
Is he going to give himself a sighter, or is he just going to launch straight away?
That is bunted to the captain there, who puts in a good slide there, it has to be said. Puts himself, I mean, if you're captain, don't you put yourself in a position where you think the ball's not going to go? But, I mean, I like what I see there.
Yeah, good fielding there. The outfield is a little bit quicker today. It was mown this morning, which is really good. Gives the opportunity for those ground strokes to perhaps be more effective than they have been.
Huge hit. Oh, nearly hit a few people there. Shots of heads.
Yeah, well, that one, you cannot pitch it short if you're going to be bowling that slow, and just sits up beautifully for Leon van Veeren, is it, to hit that one out of the ground. And that is just the first of many that I think the Bellville Blasters are going to wanting to hit. Keenan Nokia, he's got a job to do now.
Yeah, you just can't pitch it short because, I mean, as we've seen countless times, the ball just sits up, lovely to be hit, and if there's no pace whatsoever on that, it just gets smashed out the park. I'm sure this is going to be full. So now as a batter, you can sort of set yourself, it's going to be a little bit fuller, surely. It was so full, it ended up being a full toss.
Not able to lever it, get any leverage underneath that one. Just played down too long off. And what has Cody Nivot now got in store for us?
That's the length you got to operate, surely. If they hit you over your head there, then you can just say, okay, well done, good shot. You can ill afford to be pitching it halfway down the pitch here.
Yeah, you've got to give it that little bit of flight, give it an opportunity to perhaps get some dip and deceive the batter. Just like that. Brilliant delivery.
I mean, you're just calling it spot on there. Spot on. Deceive the batter. He nearly did that. Getting it full, he did that. Oh, the Fox, he's on top draw this morning. Unlike a certain Mr. Tristan could see her behind the stumps, I must say.
Once again, he can't get underneath that one from Keenan Nokia. So it ended off being a very good over after that 6 hit off the second ball. But it's interesting now the Blasters sitting on 59 for the loss of 2. And they got 2 there, 50 after just 7.1 overs. So 8 overs gone. And that really isn't the kind of acceleration. We haven't really seen the acceleration here.
Are we sticking to the same story that we have spoke about numerous times over the last 2 to 3 days here? We spoke about it's not easy to hit boundaries here. Teams should be going and rotating the strike with hard running, and that way trying to get the score up. In that way, we haven't seen it again.
And 21 dots, Eugene, in that's 3.5 overs that they haven't scored anything off in this inning so far.
Oh, it's Cole van Rooyen, he's back in. Yeah, and it's a misfield, but it's just going to be 21 dots.
21 dots, yep, so far.
3.5 overs.
Correct. That just goes to show they've not been able to manufacture anything, not been able to get the singles.
Oh, no, that is not where you're going to have to bowl. That has gone out the park. That's a maximum to Cody. That's going to be 1 for the over as well.
That's exactly what he would be love to wait for, that one coming up into him. And he just gets, even though he might not have got all of it, got a top edge, it just sailed over the advertising hoardings there.
So Cole, they've asked Cole van Rooyen to come and bowl this over. Nathan Swart still has an over. He might bowl the over number 10 here as well. So, no, guy. Whoa.
I think he gets away with that one there.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't.
Oh,
He
no.
got one.
Oh,
I mean, it's like one of those where Tristan could see her roll the ball out. He is not having the day there, and that goes down as buys as well.
just trying to keep that's good attentiveness from the batters. Van Vuuren on strike.
That's another length ball that's going to be smashed into the cricketer trust of India. The length is all wrong here.
It's absolutely critical, ninth over. Yep, the length again. They're just able to maneuver that one into the gap between long on and deep mid-wicket. 2 balls left. Critical deliveries.
It's just going to be one. Hopefully, you need to get the ball in, youngster. Don't just hold on to it. Final ball here. The rate is hovering just a tick above 8. That has been the story of the tournament thus far. Projected score, that has been the story of the tournament thus far. That's going to go all the way for the maximum.
Oh, what a shot. Just came down, gave himself room, opened the face, carved it over backward point for 6. What a shot.
18 runs from this over. 18 runs. Oh, we're going to be talking. We keep mentioning there's finer parts, finer points in the game that might have turned it one way or the other. Are we going to come back and talk about over number 9 here off Kraaifontein Knights that went for 18 runs?
He may well be, as they get to 78 for 2 with the strike rates there. Looking very healthy, particularly that man, Cody Nivot. 15 off 7 with that 6. And Leon van Vuuren doing his job, 28. He's got just over 110 strike rate. And Cole van Rooyen just going for that 18. Really, really expensive over. And they've still got Swartz and Chad van den Heever was in the bank.
Yeah, but why didn't Chad van den Heever bowl? He bowled an over that has gone for 3.
Yeah.
And he took the pace off it as well, and that just seemed to work quite nicely. Now then, Nathan Swartz, he's now got to come out. He bowled the very first over of this match. He went for 1. I don't think this over is going to go for 1. Let me tell you that much.
Well, if Van Vuuren and Nivot have got anything to say about it, it's definitely not going to go for 1. He's got to make sure that he's bowling to his field, that he's on the money. Full and straight, maybe the way to go.
That's where he's going to hover. He just wants to stop the boundaries. That's what his priority is here. Van Vuuren on strike. There we go. That's just going to be 1 to Cheslin bat here. A little bit of a hot potato. And a little bit of a balloon throw as well. If I'm a batter, I'll be looking at that. I'll be running the next time that ball goes out to him. I'm away like Usain Bolt, I tell you.
Yeah, you got to run that first one hard. Give yourself the opportunity. Put the fielders under pressure. Yeah, there we go. And once again, not running the first one perhaps as fast as they would have, or perhaps could have, or should have. Would have, could have, should have.
You got to know your customers. You just got to know your customers. He hasn't picked the ball up cleanly all day.
But what's been good here from Swartz is he's bowled both of those deliveries fullish and at the stumps. Yeah, that's exactly what he did again. Full in at the stumps, trying to make something of that was Leon van Vuuren. And it's umpire Jason Shotgun Harrison that makes that quick decision once again.
He doesn't hang around a Shotgun Harrison. It was a beautiful delivery. Full, straight. Oh, it's in the front of middle. He's got to go. Low on the shin. Excellent decision. Right on the crease line as well. And that's a wicket gone. That's Van Vuuren. He's got to go.
It's been particularly impressive, the bowling from Nathan Jacobs. Listen to me. Nathan Swartz this over. Really has been. I'm getting my players mixed up here.
Oh, you're just on his fan club, isn't he? You're on his fan club there.
Yeah, really good stuff from Swartz, the bowler, this over. as Van Buren comes back to the dugout. The new man, Everett Carstens, at the crease. Just wants to get his captain on strike, you would think.
Yeah, he's just got to find a way because Nathan Swartz is hitting his straps here. Bowling it nicely. You can't set it. Do you sit deep in your crease or do you come outside your crease, turning it into a full toss? What's the way to go? We talk about momentum. Who's going to carry the most momentum into that second inning? Well, we're looking at long off has come up into mid off. And it looks like they knew the customers because that ball has been guided down to third man who was on the boundary, but the ball has gone for 4.
It played really well there by Everett Carstens. Played it fine. Once again, going full and just slightly outside the line of off stump. Opened the face beautifully to guide that down to third. That's exactly where he wanted it to go.
Beautifully played. You know, there's not a buffer's game here. You got time for some guile. And that time, Everett Carstens, he got some guile out there. Bit of flair.
Yeah, it's good to see that. Taking the man on at his own game there. Carstens playing Swartz very well with that delivery. Let's see what he's got in store for us now.
Oh, again, this is great stuff. It's going to be one ball left. And again, that average score, as always, is hovering around what we said at the start, unless Mr. Cody Nevo can unleash one. He's already got a couple of maximums here.
Yeah, the only way that they are going to get to that 90-run mark is to see this one sailing over the boundary. Jacobs has been really accurate so far. Jacobs, listen to me again. Swartz, been really accurate so far.
Huge hit. Whether it's Jacobs or Swartz, who cares? Because Cody Nevo, he has smashed it out the park for a maximum, and we are going to go to that 91. We saw this yesterday as well in the game. The second game yesterday, team getting up to 91. I think conditions here is a lot better. Giving it the old waltzing to Matilda there, and then smashing it out the park for a maximum. Cody Nevo carrying so much sort of momentum for his team into that second innings. It's been a well-compiled innings. Maybe they lost the way slightly, accelerated at the end a little bit. But I think for Kraaifontein, for the Knights, they can still play their part here.
Yep, definitely they can. Those last 3 overs, though, Eugene went for 42, so that's averaging 14 per over in the last 3. And it was overs 9 and 10 particularly that got punished. So very good from the Bellville Blasters to get to that 91 after they were really struggling halfway through their innings.
And that has been more than what we have seen so far in this tournament as well. 42 coming in the back. That surpasses the 40 that we have had in this tournament as well. Kashif, what's your take on that first innings there?
देखें, एक बात मैं बोलूँगा यहाँ पे कि कल के मैचेस में हमने देखा कि जो 9th ओवर है, 9th ओवर क्रूशल होता है करने में. तो कल के ओवर में और आज के ओवर में एग्जैक्टली सेम हुआ कि रन्स कंसीड हुए.
Yeah, it's been an interesting day so far. There we see at the bowling figures, 91 for 3. The Knights, they're going to need 92 for victory here to get themselves on the board in this competition. So we've got some highlights waiting for you from that entertaining first innings. So join us again shortly for that second innings.
I'm here with Andrew Sedain from the Bellville Blasters. And Andrew, how's the tournament been for you so far?
We've enjoyed it greatly so far. I mean, it's just the one game so far, but it's lovely to get out in the sun again, eat some balls, and be out in the field.
Good. You had a very good win against the Dynamos in the first game. What do you think was important for your team there?
It was just having a good mindset, knowing that the game can change quickly and that we must always be on top of it and be able to adapt when the time comes.
Well, we wish you all the best for the match today. Hope it goes well. Thank you. I have Sheldon here coming in from the Kraaifontein Knights. Didn't get off to as the start you would have wanted, Sheldon?
Definitely not. Was the first game, so, pre-season's been happening at the club, and obviously the T10 format's new for a lot of the guys. So chats were had afterwards to, set out plans. Even though it's the shorter format of the game, we still need to have structure, strategy. So hopefully we can implement that in this game and it can go better than the first one.
Well, we wish you all the best for the game and hope it goes really well for you today.
Thank you.
Well, that's it here from the players, and we go back to the match.
Welcome back here to the TARS 777 presents TARS Cricket Club League T10 Cricket Castle Animal. Match number 5, and it's a match between the Bellville Blasters, sponsored by D247, up against Kraaifontein Knights, sponsored by World 777. There's this team sheet of the two teams taking place there, and it was the Bellville Blasters getting up to a total of 91. So the Knights have to get up to 92. It's a total yet to be surpassed. Batting second here, James King.
Yes, certainly the total of 91 we saw yesterday as well in that match. The Kraaifontein Saints managing to just hold out and take those 4 wickets in the final over against the Solomon Strikers, defending a very similar score. I think 92, I think it was in that instance. And so 91 is really up or thereabouts, a score that is not going to be that easy to chase. You've got to get off to a really good start. You've got to make sure that power play is going for probably 10 to 11 runs per over. Give yourself the opportunity to then work it around in the middle overs without putting yourself under too much pressure. So early wickets and getting those runs, early wickets for the Blasters will be important, and for the Knights it's going to be very important that they ensure they don't allow inroads into their batting lineup and they keep batting at about 9 to 10 and over.
The outfield here is a lot better than what we've seen over the last couple of days. It's not overly quick as such yet, but the ball seems to be going a little bit quicker to the boundary. The bounces seems to bounce a little bit more as well. The conditions of the pitch seems it's very easy pace pitch coming on. However, if you do bowl a good area there as well, you can get something out of it. And I'm waiting to see the next game here where it is going to be the Dynamos up against the Vipers. And we've seen the Dynamos when they're bowling attack. They certainly got bowlers to hit the pace. As we see the umpires there, Laurentia and Shotgun Harrison making their way to the middle. The umpire sponsored by Golf Ticket and sporting the bright red, illuminous red shirts out there.
You certainly can't miss them, that's for sure.
देखें अगर चेजिंग की बात करें तो इतना इजी नहीं होगा क्राइफोंटेन के लिए. बेलवल के बॉलर्स बहुत अच्छे, उन्होंने अच्छी कारकर्दगी की दिखाई थी कल के मैच में उन्होंने. तो इतना इजी टारगेट चेज नहीं होगा, लेकिन यू नेवर नो, कुछ भी हो सकता है. कल के एक मैच में चेज हुआ था, दूसरे मैच में बहुत क्लोज गेम हुआ था, बहुत ही क्लोज. और अगर दूसरे मैच की बात करें तो आई एम वेरी लुकिंग फॉरवर्ड वो जो विक्टोरिया का मैच होने वाला है, और बहुत ही अच्छा मैच होगा वो वाला.
Well, the two batters making their way out there. Owen Carstens with the number 8, and it's the man with the number 18 on his back, Cole van Rooyen. He unfortunately bowled that over. Number 9 that went for 18 runs. So I'm sure he would like to try and make up some runs there as well. So the bowler who's going to be bowling here is Jai Loff. I called him the leaping salmon. Jai Loff. He's going to be bowling here from the golf ticket in. He's going to start proceedings here, and he just runs in and bowls. I think he bowls quite big in swingers from what I remember from the last time. But he's got that very funny action as well.
That's going to be interesting to see how they start off here, the Blasters, with their bowling attack. Conditions overhead are by far the best we've had so far in the tournament. And a lovely sunny day and opportunity. Perhaps not so much with the swing we saw yesterday. If you hit the wicket hard, you can get potentially some movement early off the seam. And it'll be Loff to start us off here from the golf ticket end, as Eugene was saying. Just waiting for the match to get, the innings, should I say, to get underway. We have some youngsters here on the looking on here at the match that's taking place, waving to the camera there on the side. Yeah. Nice to see youngsters coming in and watching some really good cricket that we've been having here. Exciting T10 stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. It's good having them here. Hopefully their minders are keeping an eye out as well, because this being a T10 match, the ball flies to all parts, so all eyes need to be out there in the middle, for sure. It's beautiful out there.
Let's go, Jai. Let's go, Jai. Good start from you, fella. Nice solid start there from you, Jai.
Still waiting for get the second innings underway here.
Jai Loff didn't play in that first game for the Bellville Blasters, so they'll be looking to him to make an impact in his first game in the tournament. His captain, Cody Nivot, has played a really good hand in both innings that they've been part of so far, and got the runs for his team to put them into this position of having to defend 91. And he is, we're going to be underway within the next couple of seconds.
Yeah, we're ready to go. All set here. Don't be put off where the non-striker is standing here, but he is going to be bowling right arm over the wicket. There's that in, swing in seam there. It's hands, legs, feet, everything going some way.
Oh, the ball was going the same. It was really outstanding swing coming into the right-hander. He's going to have to be aware of that. Just started that one perhaps just a little bit too wide to bother the batsman too much. They did play outside the line of the delivery.
That's 2 in a row there. The salmon is hitting his straps here. He leapt out of the water straight onto the pitch, hitting his straps, the leaping salmon, Jai Loff.
What great movement there. It's coming into the right-hander. He's got to be aware of that. Might see a little bit of a change here in approach from the batter. Maybe try and have a trigger movement, move out towards the offside. And now they're taking the man out of the deep mid-wicket, deep backward square area. I'm not sure what they're doing here.
I'm not sure. He's bowling big in-swingers to the right-hander here. If he gets his line slightly where the batter is, it's going to be hit onto the onside for sure. Oh, there's the bounce as well. There's the bounce. Jai Loff. 3 dot balls.
Yeah, Rodwood Costin deciding that ball was definitely going to be outside the off stump again, and he made tracks towards the off stump, but well done by the bowler. Saw him coming, put it in that little bit shorter.
Well picked up that, the Cape Fox. It's just that little, trying to preempt it here, Carstens, and it was just unfortunate to miss it. Is it going to continue here? What a first over by the Blasters. There he gets it now. The ball is fielded there at backward point. So finally the Knights, they are up and running.
taken them 4 deliveries to get there. It's very good from Jai Loft so far. And we had that excellent opening over from Nathan Swartz in the first innings, the one that he only conceded the 1 run. So can Loft finish this over well? He's going to be bowling to the left-handed Cole van Rooyen.
Ticky is up in arms again. Ticky is up in arms again. Having his word. Oh, he's sporting the Springbok socks there. Ticky, always an eye on the game. Oh, hands aloft there. He's wiping the eyes. He's trying to get a better view of the hair. How's the hair marks? The hair okay? Yeah, hair's okay, Ticky. Don't worry about that, son. We got a game to win here.
Just the 2 runs so far. 3 dots in this over. Who's going to finish it better?
Oh, the salmon, Jai Loft, what an over. The first over of this match, bowled by Nathan Swartz, went for 1. The salmon, he says, okay, I'll only concede 2 runs.
So once again, this T10 format is really creating huge excitement here. And it's, see the sponsors there. It's powered by Wolf 777. The umpires sponsor Golf Ticket. And the other team sponsors at the bottom there, Billy 777, Cricketer Trust of India, D247, ID247, JSK1, Winfair 247, World 777, and Golden 444, as it's going to be Ivet Carstens to bowl from the Taj 777 end.
Yeah, he's a man that was looking forward to this tournament as well. There's his figures. He went for 20, picked up a wicket. Economy at 10. I'm sure he wants to try and get that down, but it's his T10 cricket, so I mean, if you're going for the likes of that, yeah, and you're bowling in the power play, sometimes you have to just take what's given to you. He's going to be bowling around the wicket here to the left-hander. That is carved there. And they're going to go to the 3rd-man boundary for a 4.
And that is the first boundary of the innings for the men from the Knights. And just, as you said, opened the face there, carved that one through the gap between backward point and short third. And there is no price for the men in the ring there, down to the boundary quickly. This outfield certainly playing a lot faster today than it was in the first 2 days.
Yeah, and the field's changed immediately. The salmon's gone to 3rd man. How's the running? How is the running? It's just going to be the 1.
So what a good start to the over. 5 runs so far already.
Yeah, that it is. What's the equation here?
So the original.
It is requiring just a tick under 10 and over. 85 runs needed for victory here, folks, of the remaining 52 deliveries.
As you said, Eugene, 9.8 and over to win.
Down the leg side, down the leg side. Excellent footwork, it has to be said there, by the keeper of the Blasters. That's Solomon's at the back there.
And he might be short in stature, but he's got, as you said, very quick movement from Solomons.
Oh, beautiful shot. Beautiful shot over the top. And that's gone for 4. I always said this game, there's time for just normal cricket shots. That was a good shot. Ball foolish of length, and over it went.
Yeah, really well played by Ronwyn Carsten there. He got his foot down the wicket and played that beautifully over the mid-off fielder for 4.
It's up in the air. And that's well fielded there. It has to be said, they had extra cover.
They get through for the single, so this has been an outstanding over so far for the Knights. 11 runs off the over so far, still 2 balls to come. You always talk about this, Eugene, the last 2 overs of a T10 over. 2 balls, should I say, of a T10 over. Very important.
We've got to get a name for that. I'm going to try and think of a name during the break then. Find out. We need to get something for that. Yeah, it's another field change here. They've got 3 men out. They got 3 men out here, folks. As the man on the onside boundary, he now comes into the ring. And it's going to go down to third man. There's 2 all day long, folks. There's 2 all day long. And this is a big part of the game. If you can't get the boundaries, you got to try and get 2s.
Just makes a massive difference if we consider now already, if you look at the innings of the Blasters, 23 dots in total in that innings. So nearly 4 overs in which they didn't manage to score at all.
He's trying to get the ball. He's trying to get the ball in quick, and then he's trying to get the ball in very, very quick. Tried his best there, but they still managed to get 1 then. That concludes the second over here, 16 for 2. I mean, we're heading again for what happened first in the first power play, as what has been happening in the first power play throughout this tournament.
Well, there was a much better over for the Knights, 14 off that over from Evert Carstens. And there will be a change of bowling from the golf ticket end.
And it's going to be Labuschagne or Labuschagne, depending on where you are. He's going to be bowling here from the golf ticket end. And we're joined now by Kasif as well. And Kasif, has been a good start here by the Knights in pursuit of 91.
देखें इतना खास स्टार्ट नहीं है यूजीन. इनको जो है ना थोड़ा और अच्छा से खेलना है. अगर इनको मैच जीतना है, चेस करना है 91 का, तो थोड़ा सा और अटैकिंग क्रिकेट खेलना चाहिए. देखें पहली इनिंग में हमने बहुत ज़्यादा 23 डॉट बॉल देखी हैं. और देखें क्या अप्रोच रखे हैं अभी क्राइफोंटेन की तरफ से.
It's going to be hit downtown. Oh dear, watch out there. Who's that? The salmon again. Oh, the salmon is leaping all over the place.
He managed to leap just in time to stop that one going down to the man at long off. At long off, but not preventing the single. So, been doing well in the last over and in this over. They started well, have the Knights.
Oh, beats the outside edge. Mark's happy with that delivery. The coach, let's see if there was any, maybe a smidgen of movement, maybe a hint. Big man here, Kasif, he likes that ball. He's not saying anything about that, big Kasif. He's a bowler, likes to hit the seam there.
Yeah, and that one did look like it was on the seam, just going away from the right-hander.
Keep it.
The salmon's touching the ball at every occasion here. That was straight to him again.
It's following him around at the moment. He put together an excellent first over for the men in grey. And the Knights responded well in that second over. But so far, Leon Labuschagne done well of his first 3 deliveries.
Beautiful hit down the ground. It's just going to be 1 as Evert Carstens gets the ball right over the stumps there.
देखें यूजीन, देखना होगा कि इस मैच में कौन क्रिकेट का असली एनिमल है.
2 balls to go. This game is neck and neck. I mean, it is literally neck and neck.
Oh, that's a slower ball attempted there from Labuschagne and just died on the batter.
I'm not going to fall for that, James King. There was no foot movement. His feet was left in the toilet proper there. I mean, he just needed to put his foot forward and land into that. It was a full juicy off, full toss.
Was he missed out? You have to feel he did miss out on that one.
I agree with you on that one.
And steaming in and extra bounce once again. एक दफा फिर बहुत ही शानदार bowling लियन की तरफ से.
And hasn't he ended that over well? Just the 3 runs off his first over, Leon Labuschagne, and that gets the power play score to 19 without loss. and it is 22 for 1 that the Blasters had at the same stage. And it's over to Kasif here for the next couple of overs.
Thanks, James. देखें काफ़ी क्वाइट स्टार्ट है क्राइफोंटेन की तरफ से. अगर इनको चेस करना है 91, थोड़ा सा और अच्छे से और अटैकिंग क्रिकेट इनको करना चाहिए. और बहुत ही शानदार बॉलिंग ब्लास्टर की तरफ से. अच्छी लाइन लेंथ के साथ बॉलिंग कर रहे हैं ब्लास्टर के बॉलर्स. नए बॉलर बेलविल की तरफ से ब्लैक. अच्छी पेस है ब्लैक की तरफ से, लेकिन वाइड का इशारा होगा. जैसे कि मैं बात कर रहा था कि स्ट्राइक रोटेशन होनी चाहिए. स्ट्राइक रोटेशन के साथ आपको शॉट्स भी क्रिएट करना चाहिए. आपको अगर आप इतना बड़ा टोटल चेस कर रहे हैं. बहुत ही अच्छी लाइन के साथ ब्लेक ने अच्छा बॉल किया और सिंगल लेने में कामयाब हुए बैट्समैन. जैसे कि मैं बोल रहा था कि आपको जो है ना शॉट क्रिएट करनी पड़ेगी, क्योंकि ये T10 क्रिकेट है, तो थोड़ा सा एक्शन लाना पड़ेगा इसमें. आपकी शॉट्स में थोड़ा सा एक्शन होना चाहिए. कास्टन एक दफा फिर बहुत ही अच्छी बॉलिंग है ब्लेक की तरफ से. बहुत ही अच्छी लेंथ के साथ बॉल कर रहे हैं कास्टन. नाइट्स के बैट्समैन थोड़े से क्वाइट लग रहे हैं. 12 बॉल पे 7 रन्स. अच्छा और स्मूथ रन. और वंस अगेन जैसे कि मैं बोल रहा हूं कि बहुत ही अच्छा रनअप इनका, और बहुत ही समझदारी के साथ लियन बॉलिंग करते हुए, ब्लेक करते हुए सॉरी. कोई भी लूज बॉल नहीं है बॉलर की तरफ से. और काफी अच्छा स्टार्ट है बेलविल की जानब से टाइट बॉलिंग करते हुए. और एक दफा फिर ऐसे लग रहा है कि बैट्समैन को कोई क्लू नहीं है उनको कि वो लाइन पिक नहीं कर रहे हैं. डॉट बॉल का प्रेशर फील हो रहा है बैट्समैन कस्टन, नाइट्स के बैट्समैन. और वंस अगेन कस्टन ट्राई कर रहे हैं कवर्स की जानब खेलने में, लेकिन एक दफा फिर नाकाम हुए. लेकिन इस दफा वाइड थी ब्लैक की तरफ से. इस ओवर में आप देखें तो काफी समझदारी के साथ ब्लैक ने ओवर किया है. सिर्फ 2 एक्स्ट्रा 1 रन आया इसमें, 3 डॉट बॉल्स. और रन रेट भी बढ़ता हुआ 38 बॉल पे 70 रन्स. नाइस ब्यूटीफुली बहुत ही अच्छे से कवर की तरफ 1 रन आएगा. काफी अच्छा फिनिश कर रहे हैं ब्लेक. समझदारी के साथ ये ओवर किया इन्होंने. रिक्वायर्ड रन रेट बढ़ता हुआ. और लंबा छक्का क्या ऊपर से, ये बहुत ही लंबा छक्का रॉइन की तरफ से. अच्छी शॉट मारी है और इनको पता था एग्जैक्टली कि कहाँ पे खेलेंगे। और काफी अच्छा ओवर जा रहा था, पांचवी बॉल तक बहुत अच्छा ओवर उन्होंने किया, कुछ डोर बॉल्स किया, लेकिन लास्ट बॉल लगता है कुछ डिफरेंट ट्राई कर रहे थे, लेकिन मिस कर लिया अपनी लाइन और आखिरी बॉल पे इन्होंने बाउंड्री खा ली। 4 ओवर के बाद है स्कोर नाइट्स का 29 रन है जी 4 ओवर के बाद। नए बॉलर हैं बेलवल की तरफ से जेरेड। और अगर आप देखें कि रन रेट कंपेयर टू बेलवल के, क्राइफोंटेन काफी स्लो लग रहे हैं इस वक्त, और इनको जितना जल्दी हो सके उतना जल्दी इनको पिकअप करना चाहिए अपना रिक्वायर्ड रन रेट, क्योंकि लास्ट ओवर में अगर आप जाएंगे 9वें-10वें ओवर तक तो काफी लेट हो जाएगा। तो जितना हो सके इनको जल्दी से पिकअप करना होगा। शॉर्ट पिच बॉल है और अच्छे से इन्होंने खेला, ये बहुत ही शानदार शॉट कर्सन की जानब। काफी देर हो गई है, 16 बॉल्स इन्होंने खेली हैं और इनको चाहिए कि अभी थोड़ा सा अटैक करना है। एक दफा फिर बैकअप लेंथ थोड़ा सा बॉल था। हवा में, लेकिन थोड़ा फील्डर के सामने शॉट ड्रॉप हुआ और इजी 1 रन होगा रोहन की तरफ से। जैसा कि मैंने बोला कि रन रेट अभी रिक्वायर्ड है इनको 10.55 का। 33 बॉल्स पे क्या ये क्राइफोंटेन नाइट्स नाइसली प्लेड 1 रन के लिए। स्ट्राइक रोटेशन अच्छी बात है, लेकिन थोड़ा सा शॉट क्रिएट इनको करना पड़ेगा, गैप्स ढूंढने पड़ेंगे इनको। जेरेड एक दफा फिर फील्डर की जानिब और सिर्फ 1 रन आएगा। बैट्समैन को पता होना चाहिए कि कितना दूर फील्डर खड़ा है कि पहला रन अप हम तेज ले लें। एक दफा फिर बहुत ही अच्छे से जेरेड ने ये फिनिश किया, ये ओवर बहुत ही खूबसूरत, बहुत इतना ओनली वन बाउंड्री कंसीड किया है और ये थोड़ा ब्रेक होगा। गोल्फ टिकट स्ट्रेटेजिक टाइम आउट।
आ रही है और दोनों टीमों के खिलाड़ियों को रिफ्रेशमेंट्स देगी। अपने दर्शकों को ये मैं याद दिला देना चाहता हूं कि गल्फ टिकट है यूएई का सबसे ज्यादा भरोसेमंद ऑनलाइन लॉटरी ड्रॉ। ये है फुली रेगुलेटेड, रजिस्टर्ड एंड ऑथराइज्ड लॉटरी ड्रॉ फ्रॉम यूएई। आप अभी gulfticket.com पे जाके अपनी किस्मत का खेल खेल सकते हैं। जी हाँ दोस्तों, gulfticket.com पे जाएं, वहां पे लॉग इन करें, अपना अकाउंट खोलें और खेलिए अपनी किस्मत का खेल। अपने सपनों को उड़ान भरिए और मौका दीजिए अपनी जिंदगी को बदलने का gulfticket.com के साथ। गल्फ टिकट की टैगलाइन है शेयरिंग मिलियन स्माइल्स, और ऐसे ही करोड़ों लोगों के चेहरों पे मुस्कुराहट लाने के बाद गल्फ टिकट आपकी जिंदगी में भी खुशियां भर सकता है। आपको केवल ये करना है कि gulfticket.com पे जाएं, वहां पे अपना अकाउंट खोलें और हिस्सा लें गल्फ टिकट के वीकली ऑनलाइन लॉटरी ड्रॉज में। बिल्कुल दोस्तों, गल्फ टिकट सिर्फ एक प्लेटफॉर्म नहीं है, यह है एक सिम्फनी ऑफ होप, एक कैनवस ऑफ पॉसिबिलिटीज, एक टेस्टमेंट है पावर ऑफ ड्रीम्स के लिए। अब समय बर्बाद ना करें, तुरंत जाइए gulfticket.com पे और खेलिए अपनी किस्मत का खेल, क्योंकि गल्फ टिकट ही है यूएई का सबसे ज्यादा भरोसेमंद ऑनलाइन लॉटरी ड्रॉ।
That's the next match here of the TARS 777 present TARS Cricket Club League T10 Cricket Castle Animal. It is the Bellville Dynamos. They're up against the Victoria Vipers. That is the next match up there. But for now, we have got a very interesting game here. Still, all 10 wickets in hand of the Knights. But they've got to go at 11 runs and over here for victory. 55 needed or 5 overs. My math is that great. I could figure that out myself.
Yeah, that is exactly that number 11 and over, as you said, Eugene. And this game is very nicely poised here. It's all to play for. Still halfway through the batting innings of the Knights. And they are looking at potential with all 10 wickets in hand, opportunity to keep going and make sure that they can get to this target. Just sense one big over either side. You know, one very economical over and one big over from a batting point of view can just change this contest.
55 runs needed off 30 balls. The Salmon is back into the attack. Jai Loff bowling from the TARS 7-7 and this time round. And we've seen that when a bowler has bowled a good over from one end and he comes on from the other end, normally he gets punished. Well, he's only been hit for 1 run so far. Let's see.
And he certainly won't be getting the same amount of swing that he was getting a little bit earlier. Ball slightly older than it was, just 5 overs, but it does make a difference.
It was a day for the strategic timeout, the golf ticket strategic timeout, wasn't it? Boys enjoying a beverage after 5 overs. Wish I had that back in the day, you know. After 5 overs, they just call it drinks break. Let's have a little bit of a beverage.
Still getting that little bit of shape into the right-hander. And I think that Ronwyn Carsten has learnt his lesson now. He's walking in towards that one and just playing it nicely down into the offside for the single.
Kasif still, I don't think that's cutting the mustard here, Kasif. They need to find a boundary or 2 here as well. 53 of 28 deliveries.
Exactly.
And just as I say that, now we can see the pace of this outfield. The fielder's running with great pace and gusto. He stops it. It's just going to be 2. That was mainly due to the speed of the player there. And looks at, that was...
Blake Blamiris, I think it is.
I think that was Labuschagne first.
Labuschagne first. Yeah. So some good work there. They fielded in a bit of a partnership there. And you always talk about that, Eugene. It's good to have your fellow fielder going there with you. Make sure that you get there and that somebody's there to help you clean up. And that certainly prevented an additional run.
देखिए 1s and 2s आपको surely help करेंगे, लेकिन आपको boundary balls भी बनाना पड़ेगी.
Swatted down the ground. I'm not sure that's going to be 2. Oh, what do I know? What do I know? Oh, a little bit of a misfield there. That time it was Evert Carstens down there.
And this was something we didn't necessarily see in the first innings from the Blasters. And they did then, the Knights run that first one quickly. And with the knock-on, they were able to get back for the second. So it's turned this over into quite a good one so far for them after 4 balls.
Again, hit onto the onside. It's just going to be 1. So we come to that all-important final delivery here. Still haven't lost a wicket here, folks. 48 runs still needed for victory for the Knights. 25 balls still remaining here for the Blasters.
देखिए यूजिन एक ओवर गेम का पासा पलट देगा. एक ओवर.
That's up. That's gone in the air though, and it's going to be safely taken on the boundary. There was a well, or possibly well-struck shot, but it is the captain himself, Cody Nevo. I tell you what, that man has got the safest pair of hands out there. Not getting all of it, I don't think. If you look how the bat turned in his hand, and that's a telltale sign. Safely pouched by the captain, well inside the boundary, and that's the first wicket gone.
देखें अभी यूजिन जो बाहर बैट्समैन जो बैठे हैं अभी उनका अप्रोच देखना होगा क्योंकि अभी रन रेट इतना ऊपर चला गया है कि अभी थोड़ा कोई रूम बचा नहीं है इनके लिए तो शॉट्स इनको बनानी पड़ेगी और अभी देखें क्या अप्रोच लेके आएंगे नया बैट्समैन.
Nathan Swatch now making his way in. I mean, this is a big call for me. They've got good batters still lined up there in the Knights, and they sent in the man with experience. He's trying to loosen his legs up there because certainly he's got to get some running done as well. And he's going to be facing up, is he? Or was that the end of the over?
That was the end of the over, end of the 6th over. 44 for the loss of 1 now. And Swartz getting 18 in his first innings. So it's going to be interesting to see how he's going to be able to work this ball around and potentially hit the big shot. I think their scoreboard pressure having something to do with that wicket of Ronwyn Carsten in the previous over. Just not getting a boundary at all in that over, but they had scored 6 runs already.
Yeah, bar 2 overs from that first innings that we saw. I think it was 18 and 13, I think you said there. That was 31. We are yet to see teams score consistently 10 and over. This is what the Knights have to do from here on in. I think it's up to 12. I think it's exactly 12 runs and over from here on in. We haven't seen any of the teams bat consistently. Even give us a 2-over spell like that. They've got to do it for 4 overs.
They do. It's now 2 runs a ball for them. It is exactly as you said. It's 48 off 4. So that, again, calculation reasonably easy. As we have a change of bowling. It's going to be Leon van Vieren from the golf ticket end.
Yeah, slow ball, slow spinner. So no one at mid-wicket saving 1 for the rest of them. They are all on the boundary. 4 as you must have in the ring. Here's Van Rooyen going to look big here. Oh, he's bowled him. He has bowled him. And here's it as the Cape Fox said, scoreboard pressure might be having its telltale sign here. And he strikes with his very first ball.
Oh, what a beauty that is from Leon van Vieren. Just tossed it up beautifully and just tickled the off stump and knocked the bails off there. Beautiful leg break, little off break from the spinner. And he did there for Cole van Rooyen. I mean, it was a good innings from him, but he perhaps needed to give himself a sighter first, perhaps.
Maybe just treat it downtown. But interesting to see the bowler's wrist there. I tell you, if we look again at this action from the bowler, I mean, his wrist and everything just seems to be, I mean, it like just turns all around there. Like, there we have the new man, Keenan Nokia. He's going to come in, and that strike rate is what he needs to go at. 163 plus VAT. That's what he's got to strike at here. If they have any hope here, they still have a chance. We saw games yesterday. It was 1 over that really took the game back again to the batting team, and then all of a sudden, they were back in it. This game is not over, folks. 48 from 23. The batters these days, they can certainly go from ball 1.
Let's go, Leon.
Oh, they're going to have to for both of these 2 batters because they have yet to face the ball each. It's 2 wickets in 2 deliveries there for the Blasters. And both the set men who've taken them to 44 without loss are both back in the hut.
Yo, that's all right, Ty.
I would like to have a look at this action, I tell you. There's something there, like, I mean... Oh.
But it
you got center, Nathan?
doesn't look like it's a wrist spin. It looks like it's
Leon,
just
a
tweaker with a normal standard off-break bowling. Yeah.
Tell you what, he holds it with his 3 fingers, middle, index finger, middle finger, and his ring finger. And then he literally gives it a little bit of a rip with those 3, and it's almost like you've got to set yourself a googlies.
Yep.
Catch it, yeah!
Oh, straight back at him. Good catch by the bowler, Leon van Vieren. He's bagged a second.
Wow, that really was a sharp return catch. But say this, another good delivery from him. It just dips a bit on the batter, tries to mow it into the leg side. He just gets the front half of the bat, it looks like, and goes straight back to the bowler. Look at that catch. Really well taken by the bowler on his follow through.
Personally, Eugene, leg spin bowling जो मेरा favorite है, leg spin. मुझे बहुत पसंद है leg spin bowling देखने में, बहुत पसंद है मुझे. और बहुत शानदार bowling कर रहे हैं.
I'm still trying to work it out, Kasif. I am literally still trying to work this out, let me tell you. That thing comes out the front of the hand. That's all I know.
It certainly has it works as if he's a standard conventional off spinner, doesn't it? Because that ball's just going, it is just a googly,
it's just
basically.
googlies. Yeah. That's all it is.
Yeah.
If you've got 3 fingers on the ball, you're obviously going to turn the thing miles.
Yeah. Going to get those revolutions. That's exactly what you're looking for. As Liam Haroff is the new man in for the Knights, and they've just lost 3 wickets in the space of 5 deliveries, and that could be game-changing here for the Knights.
We talk about pivotal moments. We're going to talk about over number 7 in the second innings when this man, Leon Fourie, bowling his, let's say, mystery little finger things, and he certainly bagged 2 wickets for just 1 run. I think they're still trying to work him out here.
Well, we're still trying to work him out, so I'm sure they are.
Oh, my word.
Wow.
Oh, my word. What a ripper, literally.
An absolute beauty. And once again, he's getting that drift into the right-hander, and it just dips on him, and he plays all around it. And just beautiful drift and into the right-hander and take the middle stump out of the ground. That's a Simone.
Oh, that is definitely a Simone. That stump went cartwheeling there, and look at the man. Look at him. He's happy about that. He's bagged a 3rd.
Eugene, बहुत ही अच्छा सेलिब्रेशन है वहाँ पे. और जैसे मैं बात कर रहा था कि लेग स्पिन में कुछ मैजिक है देखने में, तो मुझे तो बहुत ही खूबसूरत इनका एक्शन भी लगा और बहुत ही खूबसूरती से इन्होंने बॉलिंग भी की है अभी तक.
Yeah, certainly excellent bowling as Sheldon Adams now comes to the middle. Then is this hat-trick ball?
It is a hat-trick ball indeed. He's facing another hat-trick ball. We had one yesterday. Are we going to have one today?
We've had four wickets in 1 over. We've had a hat-trick. I mean, it's all happening here in the Tars. 777 presents Tars Cricket League. T10 cricket. Carsley Animal match 5 here. It's all happening, Kasif.
जेम्स, जैसे आपने बोला कि हैट्रिक एक दफा फिर, तो आपकी विश पूरी कर देंगे अभी. आपकी विश पूरी करेंगे लियोन. क्या हैट्रिक होगी?
Oh, big appeal. Big appeal. Shotgun Harrison. If he doesn't stick his finger up straight away, you might as well just stop shouting. But what an over. 3 wickets. 1 run by Leon, the finger spinning Van Vieren.
क्या खूबसूरत बॉलिंग की है लियोन की तरफ से. बहुत ही खूबसूरत लेग स्पिन दिखने को हमको मिली.
And that over has turned this game on its head.
I think if my maths is not bad, I think it's about 15, isn't it? 15 and over.
15.6, I think, recurring there for them to score here. So they've really put themselves in a difficult situation. You just look at the worms there, and you see the blue worm is below, and it is 4 runs below where the Blasters were at the same stage. 3 wickets in and over. Incredible stuff.
मैच के स्पॉन्सर्स ताज क्रिक क्लब लीग, T10 का असली animal. Powered by Wolf 777. 777.
Oh, everybody's appealing. Mark's appealing. Tiki's appealing. Tiki hands on head. I mean, this Blasters, everybody is having a field day out there. But what an over that was there. If we looked at that worm there, it just seemed that worm got stopped by the traffic lights there. All lights turned red.
I think they did. I think they went from green to amber and then to red, and that with those 3 wickets. My word.
They skipped amber and just went straight to red. Oh! Surely that should have been taken there. I mean, really now.
Stuck his hand out, didn't he? And hoping that it was going to stick there. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't.
You know what I'm about to say. I was terrible at taking catches off my own bowling. I was pathetic. They could have literally underarmed the ball back at me. I would drop them off my own bowling. I was a terrible one.
It's still a dot.
Let's hit downtown here. It's just going to be one. And, I mean, the Blasters. I mean, what a change this has been from the last time we saw this team out. I mean, they were 1 win off 4 the last time they played in this tournament. Now it looks like they're close to getting the second one. They're playing some really good cricket out there.
Well, they started off the tournament incredibly well, which is not what happened in the last tournament for them. They finished it well, and they've started this one well. It looks like they've certainly got the Knights under pressure.
Oh, Sheldon Adams, he decided he's had enough. Oh, that's a dive coming in there. And not quite sure about the run in between the wickets, but it's 2 runs nonetheless.
Some great work done by the man at that deep mid-wicket position to pull that one back inside the boundary. The field is a little bit faster today. So seeing some good outfielding as well in this match so far.
We're going to see some big blows here. I'm telling you, from the Knights, if they're going to get anywhere near this, the ball's going to be sailing far and wide for sure. It's up in the air, though. It's sailing just in the air. No, that's not the way to do it, mate. That is not the way to do it. That is Leon van Vieren. And he literally just had his one hand stuck out. I'm not sure about that.
The way it was moving back, it just was never going to be settled to take that catch. It was more in luck than in judgment that he tried to take that one.
I think James, अगर दोनों हाथ आगे लेके आते तो कैच पकड़ सकते थे.
43 needed of 13 deliveries. This ball has simply got to go out the park here. It's up in the air for sure. The salmon! Oh, he leapt like a salmon there, trying to take that one. Unfortunately, he fumbles that, and there's been 2 catches that has gone astray. Just when we're singing their praises about how they've been fielding in the field here. Oh, that's another one done.
Yeah, so 3 drop catches, including that caught and bowled in this over. So the bowler there himself not be able to take it, and then 2 outfield catches. So not what the Blasters would have wanted, but they have restricted the Knights once again. Only the 5 off that over, Eugene, and it's 21 per over now needed for the Knights.
Oh, look at that there. Look at that. And we're focusing on the Manhattan of the team. The blue one there, the blue one. Couple of bungalows, then they built a little bit of a skyscraper, then a double-story houses, but nothing consistently built there that looks anything like Manhattan's.
Now, and that wrecking ball just absolutely destroyed them in that Leon van Vieren over.
देखिए, अगर बैटिंग नाइट्स के बैट्समैन की बात करें तो उन्होंने बहुत प्रेशर ले लिया हुआ था शुरुआत में उन्होंने इतना डॉट्स बॉल खेला और इतना शॉट्स क्रिएट करने की कोशिश नहीं की.
Labuschagne now.
Oh, it's a little bit, I think, did it come off the pad there as well? It's just going to have a wait here for Shotgun Harrison. He's not showing anything, which means there was a little bit of a scratch on that. 21 and over.
Well, it means that in every single one of these overs, you're going to need to see at least 3 balls going over the boundary, either over the rope or 4s So we'll see what they can do.
Modern-day cricketers, they can certainly do that. But modern-day cricketers as bowlers can certainly find a dot as well. Well appreciated here by Mark and Tiki.
Yep.
Applauding every ball.
Yes, the men in grey are certainly here looking like they are, well, they're definitely the favourites, aren't they, at this stage? They've just lost their way, the Knights, with those 2 wickets back-to-back when the openers went.
Oh, that's over the stumps, trying to be a little bit innovative there and trying to get on the outside of the ball and just trying to flick it around, and nothing seems to turn. Well, before that ball was bowled, they needed 10 fours.
Yeah.
Now they need 8 fours and a 6.
Yeah. Yeah, 9 balls left in this innings. And it is 41 runs that they need. It is just, looks like all over.
Another inside edge and everything that the team in grey. There's definitely nothing grey about the performance here of the Blasters, let me tell you.
No, they are writing their names down here in black and white on the top of the leaderboard here when they're winning this game. It looks like you just can't see the Knights in 8 balls being able to score the 41 they need to win.
Oh, brilliant execution there by Labuschagne, a.k.a. Labuschagne. He had to do the fielding of his own bowling as well. They're full of energy out there.
They are indeed, and he's conceded just the 3 off his 5 balls so far. What an outstanding 9th over. If you look at the comparisons and consider that at this stage it was raining 6s and 4s from the men from the Blasters in the 9th over.
Yeah, that's that over that went for 18, if I can recall. And now that is the end of the over. What an over that has been there by Labuschagne again. Excellent stuff, and I think that's all she wrote here. Start your car, ladies and gentlemen. Get your vocal cords ready, because this game seems to be done and dusted with 39 runs still needed off the 6 balls.
So it is going to require something exceptional from here. It's going to require a couple of wides or a no ball from the bowling team. So you bowl 6 balls on the spot, you're going to win the game.
Look who's bowling. Van Vieren. The finger-spinning Van Vieren. The tweaker.
Right arm over to you.
So what are we going to see here? We're going to see another hat-trick.
Yeah, I mean, where have they hid this kid?
Just getting great purchase off the surface. And look at those figures. 3 wickets for 1 run in his 1 over.
That's one way of getting runs off him.
Oh, a direct hit from the fielder as well. It's nothing going wrong at this stage for the Blasters. They are going to put themselves at the top of the table with 2 wins out of 2.
Bowler's coming around.
That's for sure. And their net run rate was going to take an absolute... It's going to skyrocket after this game here. I mean, you can set your field wherever you like, mate. I mean, there's nothing you can bowl here is going to make a difference. That is smashed down, Todd. Oh, it's through the hands. Oh, it's gone for 4. Liam van Vieren down there. He went down on bended knee, trying to take it, fingers pointing up. Just slipped through the fingers there. Oh, my word. I'm glad it was on the outside of his head there.
Yeah. Bowler's not going to be too happy about that. That's another one just swung away, this time into the leg side. And they get through just for the single in this instance. So just the 3 balls left into the innings. And it is 59 for the loss of 4. So 32 runs shy of the Blasters' score.
Oh, I think you've got to set yourself for the ball to come back in.
Yep.
And then look at your areas where you want to go. I think you can't go too square a little bit. You got to try and work because he does have some fizz on the ball. You literally can see the amount of action he puts on it. 2 balls to go here, folks. There you go. That's the area I think you should be looking at.
Definitely. You want to be playing it straight to him here, and you know that he's going to be pitching that one, and it's going to be turning in towards you. So make sure you perhaps pick the line early and get out to that line and play that downtown.
Final ball of this match 5 here.
And we'll look back on this and these final 3 overs at incredible stuff. Final 4 overs, should I say.
Oh, magnificent effort at the short third. But that is going to be all she wrote, folks. And that is going to be victory to the Bellville Blasters, sponsored by D247 over the Kraaifontein Knights, sponsored by World 777. James King, that was a magnificent performance by the team in grey there. I know they lost the toss, but they wanted to have a bat. That's what they indicated anyway. They compiled 91, and that was slightly above the average score here, and that seemed to be more than enough here in this outing.
Well, in this case, it did turn out to be so much more than enough, and largely due to the fact that once they got to that total of about 45 or 40, 44, they then were right on track to chase down the 92. And the loss of the 2 wickets back-to-back, the openers, both the 2 openers, Cole van Rooyen and Ronwin Carsten, going out of 2 successive deliveries, and the incredible bowling in that over from Leon van Veeren, the 6th over of the innings, the 7th over of the innings, just turned the whole game on its head. And they were not able to then catch up. I mean, at the halfway stage, they were 4 runs behind. After 7 overs, they were 4 runs behind. But it ended up being just 15 runs in those last 3 overs. So great stuff from the bowlers of the Blasters, despite the fact that they dropped a number of catches.
Yeah, they certainly did that. But look at that last 3 overs there. 15 runs coming off that last 3 overs for the Knights, and that's something they're going to have to look at. But here, victory goes to the Blasters. There you see them straight to the top. Look at that net run rate. It has jumped up massively there, but as a team that's second, they're going to be playing the Vipers. They're up against the Dynamos. That's our next match here. But yeah, well done to the Bellville Blasters, and enjoy the highlights package that we've put together for you guys before we go to the post-match presentation. Here we are at the post-match presentation of a game we've just witnessed. It was match number 5 here of the Taj 777 presents Taj Creek Club League T10 Cricket Castle Animal match number 5, as I said, between the Bellville Blasters, sponsored by D247, and they were up against the Kraaifontein Knights. They were sponsored by World 777. It is the Blasters have won that quite comfortably. So I'm going to ask Ismail September to come and join me here. He's the captain of Kraaifontein Knights. Ismail, just falling short there, but that game could have gone either way there. You're going to be looking at pivotal points in that innings as well, both in your bowling and your batting.
Yeah, I just think the way we bowled up front and at the end wasn't good. Our middle overs was really good. We pulled it back really well. And then I just think batting-wise, too many dot balls up front and less strike rotation. But I know the boys will bounce back on Saturday.
Sort of after 7 overs, you guys were just, I think, 4 or 5 runs behind where the Blasters were. It was quite neck and neck, but then 1 over or 2 over, tight overs from Blasters changed it up there, and you could have made a different approach to that.
Yeah, that's correct. We were similar points there. I just think they executed their bowling plans much better than us, and that's it.
Okay, not out of the tournament. Again, a lot for you guys to take away there from that as well. Go well for the rest of the tournament.
Thanks, Eugene.
That was Ismail September. He's the captain of the Knights. I'm going to ask Cody Nivot again. And Cody, I'm just going to start again. I mean, what a change. You guys, I think, when I spoke to you last time in the last tournament, you guys were only 1 win after 4. You now got back-to-back wins, and it's very impressive wins, must say.
Yeah, so it was a very good win today. A bit sloppy towards the end, but the process is still there and the game plan worked again.
I know you lost the toss there. You wanted to bat anyway, and it just shows, look at with sort of scoreboard pressure, if you get something up there around about 85, 90, you're in the game. 85,
90 is a good score. We're obviously looking 80 plus. I'm glad that Andrew got a start, unlucky with a run out. But, you know, if you take it deep, you never know what can happen, and I think we did it again today.
Yeah, your fielding has been a great part of it, and I know you're not happy with the last couple of overs there, but it's still something that simply stands out a little bit from the rest.
I think it's very important that people remember that they still need to enjoy the game. I mean, we had quite a big lead. I think the boys took it for granted a bit, but as long as they enjoyed it and we came out with a victory, it's okay by me.
I'm going to say this now. Last time out, you guys were the hunters. Now you're being the hunted. You're 2 from 2. How are you going to approach this?
Take it game by game for sure. Stick to a game plan, and then hopefully we execute it.
Go well for the rest of the tournament.
Thank you.
That is the words thereof Cody Nivot, the captain thereof the Blasters. They are victorious here in a quite entertaining game of cricket. Join us again for the next game here. It's the Durbanville Dynamos. They are up against the Victoria Vipers in match 6 here of Taj 777 presents Taj Cricket League T10 Cricket Castle Animal. Join us at 1:30.